Hi guys, and welcome back. Now, do you have problems range finding at night like I do? Well, I've got a solution for you, and this is what it is. This is a laser distance meter, the type that tradesmen use, to get distances in rooms and on construction sites and that type of thing. Today, I'm going to show you how to mount one on the rifle. Now this really works. It's just brilliant. In fact, I virtually leave it on my rifle all the time when I go hunting at night. This one may be a bit big and bulky and you can get smaller ones, but this is what I had, so I use it. And now I'm going to show you how. There's a few things you want to look at. I'll just turn it on. First of all, you want a illuminated backlit screen. So this is the first part you need. It's important for that because you need to see that at night. Secondly, it has to have a 1/4 inch thread on the back. Doesn't necessarily have to be there, but it definitely needs one of those. Now, depending on the type that you buy, you can set these particular devices so when you press a button, the tone that you hear is either off or on. So this is a Leica, so it's a sort of good quality one, and it's got that ability to turn the tones off and on, which I find really handy. Now, you need to buy one at least 50 meters or more if you're going to shoot more. The smaller the range, the cheaper they are. Now, another feature you need to find is auto off. This one turns itself off after 6 minutes. So they are the features of the rangefinder, handheld rangefinder that builders commonly use. Now, for this exercise, you don't need much. Once you've got your rangefinder, there's, for me, a flat blade screwdriver, a hex handle tool, and a washer and a 1/4 inch screw that fits the back of the unit. So, and you will have to cut this one to the right length. So all you have to do is you need to buy one of these from somewhere, or you may have it. It's a Picatinny rail flashlight torch holder. So this is the Picatinny rail part and this is the flashlight part. So you need to take all the screws off. Now I've already taken them off, and you don't need this particular part anymore, so you can leave that aside. Now I've actually used a grinder to grind some of this back off here, and what I've done is I've taken the screws that come from the front side of this and I've reversed them and put it underneath. So now you need to put them in and just thread them very carefully. I magnetized the tool so it's a bit easier to put in. So all you need is 2 of those little screws, and I screw them in so they're just flush with this end here. Now, the next step is to turn the rangefinder over and position this over like this until the slot is over the hole, and then you just get the nut or the thread, the bolt, and you place it over like that, and you position it about in the middle and you screw it down. Okay, and you screw it down reasonably tight. Now at some stage what you do is you just tighten these up a little bit, so they're putting a little bit of pressure against here. Now these are my pseudo adjustment screws. So when I mount this on my rifle, if I want to move the whole unit over, I can screw these in. Now you'll see why shortly. So that's all you need. One rangefinder and a mount that is a torch part and a weaver rail section. Now another feature about this, and this particular one can do it. So for instance, if this is a barrel, and this is the end of the barrel, and this is mounted on the rifle, which you'll see, there's an offset here from here to the end of the barrel. This particular device can actually input that particular length there. So if that's 300 millimeters or 500 millimeters, you can enter that figure into the unit as an offset. So when it measures in real time, it includes this. So it goes from here to your target, but it also includes that. So that's why you can actually get that extremely accurate within plus or minus 2 millimeters. So here we have a Picatinny or weaver rail. I'm not quite sure which one it is. Mounted onto this is a sidewinder scope, which has a night sight mounted on it. So that's my setup. Now I'm going to show you how to mount the laser rangefinder. So I mount it on the left hand side of my gun, and it's a simple case of where this bar comes, you meet it with the corresponding part. I generally put it on top like so and unscrew it until it just clips in, and then screw it together, and that's it. That's how it fits on the rifle. Pretty simple. Here's some examples at night. 65 meters at 12 times. The red dots on the right hand side, horizontal bar. Never gone to 3 times, it's off. Here's another night one. 20 meters, 3 times. This is a hawk scope. And then we zoom in 12 times. And I'm showing you real examples. One switch turns the light on, and another switch takes the reading.